Diminished AUX. Let's plug in real quick. Okay. First and foremost, Lil Wayne is a legend, is a GOAT, okay? When I was coming up in high school, it was Wayne, Jay-Z, and T.I., and Kanye. Then came Dre, Cole, Kendrick, blah, 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 blah. Okay? It was them four, though. Okay? So Wayne is in that four. Okay? Can't take away his legacy. He dominated. For a certain period of time, that motherfucker was the shit. Okay? He gave us Nicki. He gave us Drake. All of Young Money. Okay? Timeless classics. Carter 3, Carter 4, Carter 1, Carter 2. Dedication. No ceilings. Wayne is a GOAT. Can't take away his legacy. But what I will say, the Carter 6 is straight dog shit. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. Straight dog shit. There's maybe like I see this everywhere. Some people say there's not a single song on here that's good. Some people say there may be like 1 or 2. Some people say 5 to 6. I'm in that 5 to 6 category, and honestly, half of that is like maybe. But like, fam, y'all, the album's 19 songs long. So if the max you're taking away from this is 6 out of 19, it's not a good percentage. The beat selection, the production. This is the Carter 6, the 6th installment to your flagship franchise, basically. Carter 1, classic. Carter 2, classic. Carter 3, certified classic. Legendary. Carter 4. Some people will argue that's the turning point, if you will. I thought it was fire. Carter 5, what some people would argue was the worst Carter when it came out. It's better than this shit. Carter 6 has some of the worst production ever. And as a guy who dabbles in production, who dabbles in music and all that stuff like that, I dabble a little bit. Dude, this ain't it. The production's terrible. That drank peanuts to an elephant? Yeah. Somebody need to find Lin-Manuel Miranda and slap his ass for making that shit. I said what I said. Yeah, the Hamilton guy. The dude who made Hamilton and made the Encanto soundtrack. Let's not talk about Bruno. No. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he produced that peanuts to an elephant beat. Fun fact. Go listen to it. It's one of the worst beats ever. I can make a better beat on a freaking Casio instrument, dog. The production overall, though, is not very good. There's like maybe 1 to 3 songs that has like solid quality production that belongs on a Carter album. Everything else is like mixtape garbage. And that's borderline. That's like debatable. The production is god awful. Okay? The production sucks. Lyrically, Wayne is gonna give you some lines. He's gonna give you some bars. Because that's just Wayne. Wayne's gonna do that. He's gonna give you some heat. The problem is, it's just covered in a bunch of filler. Or it's covered in a bunch of autotune that sounds like straight dog shit. And I'm not trying to like rant or anything like that. I'm not hating on Wayne. Like I said, Wayne is a GOAT. He was one of the GOATs when I was growing up. Wayne is a legend, and you can't take that away from him. But this is the type of album that makes people question, why are you considered a GOAT? Why are you considered a GOAT if this is what you're putting out? The Carter 5 is better than this. I'm not even trying to be mad, but like, I'm just angry because like, Wayne, we know what you can do. We seen what you can put out. And I think the problem is that he's so in his bubble that he has no idea what the people want. It's like he recorded this album. This is what this album sounds like to me overall, okay? Because there's no theme, there's no cohesion, there's no flow to it, there's no structure to it, there's nothing to it. It's just a collection of songs that he recorded since he announced this album. When he announced the album, it's like he just said like, yeah, Carter 6 is coming. And then like he'd been on feature after feature after feature after feature after feature, and he just forgot to, it's like he forgot to record the album. So he's just been in the studio just recording songs. That's what he does. Just lives in the studio and records shit. And it's like either him or his team was like, like, I like that one. Well, I like that one. I like that one, that one. And they roll with this shit. Like that Peanuts to an Elephant song should not be on it. Matter of fact, let's go through the whole track list. Fuck it. We're going to go through the whole track list. We're going to do a service here. Okay? I'm going to just do a whole breakdown of the album. This is something different. I'm just trying to be different. All right, this is different. So, kick things off with King Carter. Okay? It's an instrumental. Wayne's not rapping on this one, although it's a fire-ass instrumental that I think Wayne could easily body. But he didn't. But it's a fire-ass instrumental. Then you follow that up with Welcome to the Carter, which, in my opinion, I thought was a decent introduction. Like a decent, like, opening the door to the album type thing. Like, all right, we here. All right. It wasn't, like, spectacular. Like, you're like, oh, shit. It was just more like, all right, we here. Well, let's go. We here. Then you follow it up with Bells, which is supposed to be a flip on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells. I get paying respect. It just didn't land for me. It just didn't land for me. Like some people may like that one. Other people may. I can see why you don't like that one. It didn't work for me. But then you follow it up with Hip Hop, which has Big X the Plug on it, and I think it's Young Money artist Jay Jones, one of his newer signees. That song is an absolute bop. That joint is fire. Unfortunately, the worst part about that song is Lil Wayne. Because Big X killed it, like he always does. Big X is always going to kill shit. And I never heard of Jay Jones a day in my life. But if that's how he raps, if this is how he raps on this joint, I'm going to go check him out. Because he bodied this joint. It wasn't like the most fire verse. It's not verse of the year, but it was better than what the hell Wayne was talking about. And that's my whole thing. There's no substance. I get it. Like, it's Lil Wayne. What do you expect from substance? He gave us many songs with substance. Tie My Hands. Mirror. Do I need to keep going? Wayne can get introspective. He can get in depth. He can give you substance. Wayne can do that. He's done it before. He's done it before. But it's not on this album at all, which is another reason why you shouldn't call this one the Carter 6. Because if you're not going to go, put it this way, this is your flagship franchise. This is like if Apple were to drop like one of the worst iPhones, period. Oh, wait, they did that before. But you get what I'm saying? It's like all the previous Carters were quality work. Even Carter 5. But this shit, there's nothing here. There's no substance here. This is all just, like I said, a collection of songs that he recorded over the past 3 years since he announced this damn album. That joint hip hop is fire though. Like, I'm gonna keep going back to that one because that joint's just a bop. I ain't gonna cap to you. But then you follow that up with Sharks, which has Jelly Roll and Big Sean on it, and some people may vibe with that one. I will say though, Big Sean out-rapped Lil Wayne on this joint. Some people may question the delivery, but I thought Big Sean out-rapped Wayne on this one. The Jelly Roll hook is just, it's very generic, boring, just kind of lackluster, really. Because like, you know, like I was expecting more from Jelly Roll on this one, and Wayne didn't really do shit on this one. Sean bodied this joint. But again, Big Sean out-rapping Lil Wayne on the Carter. On a Carter album. Big Sean is out-rapping you on the Carter. Like, put that into perspective for a second. What? What? How? So, you got the Sharks joint, and then you follow that up with, I think it's, what's that, with Band from NO? Which I thought he was just gonna, like, go in depth about, like, you know, the whole Super Bowl thing and just kind of go into how that made him feel and everything like that. No, it's just him talking a bunch of shit. Coochie. Eating coochie. 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 Oh, smoking, drugs. You know, the same shit. Again, no substance. No substance. Especially with a song called Banned from NO. After what happened. Like, come on, dog. Then you follow that up with The Days featuring Bono. Let's put a pin in it right here, okay? Listen to these features, okay? So listen to the flow so far. Listen to what we gotten so far, all right? We are 7 tracks in, and this is what we gotten, okay? We got an instrumental, Fire, okay, followed by a decent intro, in my opinion, followed by a Rock the Bells flip that may or may not land for some people. Most people it don't. They just don't. You follow that up with a Big X feature and one of your Young Money artists. Then you follow that up with a Jelly Roll feature and a Big Sean feature with a commercialized song that belongs on like a Rebirth or something like that. And you follow that up with a mid song that's just you on it, but like it's just not doing nothing really. And then you follow that up with a Bono feature with, again, it's one of those songs that is definitely like one of those mainstream commercial songs that you can play on ESPN, which I think is already playing for the finals already. They're already advertising it for the finals and all that stuff. Cool. It's fine. Okay? Doesn't belong on the Carter, though. Well, take that back. This is arguably one of the few songs that you can say is a Carter song. Okay? This is one of the songs that belongs on the Carter. The production is big. You got a pop feature on here. He's actually rapping about some shit on this. This is one of the few times on here where I'm like, okay, he's actually talking some shit. Like he mentions being in Manhattan when 9/11 happened. That's some real shit. He was spitting some real shit on this one. Now, for some people, this may not land well because like it's sounding like some Rebirth shit. I'm not a human being type shit. It's a commercial joint. Again, they're advertising this when they advertise the finals. This is the song that you hear on the finals. So yeah, it's not gonna land for everybody. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was a decent song. It's one of the songs I added on there. I thought it was solid. I thought it was decent. But I can understand why a lot of people would hate that joint. Because it don't belong on this. It doesn't fit with anything at all. Okay? Then you follow it up with Cotton Candy featuring 2 Chainz, which I think this song was a cut from the Collie Grove 2 album, like the Lil Wayne 2 Chainz joint album that came out a couple years ago. I feel like that was like this song was a cut from that album. And if that's the case, that makes a lot of sense, okay? But again, Wayne is getting out-rapped by his features. 2 Chainz bodied this joint. He has the better verse, which is crazy. How is Lil Wayne getting out-rapped by all of his features on a Carter album? It's insane to me, okay? And the sample on Cotton Candy is debatable at best. But this is where, after this is where the album takes a sharp turn to Shitsville. Because this album, after Cotton Candy, like, I understand some albums may have filler, and there may be some dull tracks on there. Totally understand that. Okay? That happens. Okay? You might have a lull in the middle of the project or something like that that isn't, they ain't hitting. But these next few songs kill the album. Dead ass. What people are saying about this album, the Flex Up song, okay? It starts there, okay? Because this is where we get auto-crooning. Not auto-tuning, auto-crooning, okay? This is the Wayne that I can't stand. This ain't it, okay? He's singing all over the place. Like, he's trying to rap while doing this auto-crooning shit. And it just doesn't sound good to the ear. Like, it doesn't mesh. And again, you follow that up with a 2 Chainz feature, which follows up a Bono feature, which... So then you follow that up. The Flex Up joint, which is low, mid at best. And then you follow that up with Island Holiday. And when, dog... I feel bad for Weezer, okay? Because he tried to do a flip on the Weezer Holiday song. When you're on a holiday. He tried to flip that joint. And I don't know who the producer was on this joint. Throw them joints in the trash, bro. Or don't touch samples. I hate to say it. But, like, the beat on this joint is super, super, super ass. Super ass. Whole song's terrible. But what really kills it for me is literally the first 30 seconds. Wayne is just singing his ass off, and it don't sound good. It sounds horrible, actually. It sounds terrible, okay? Beat sucks. When it comes in, it just sucks. And it's just like, nah, bruh. What is we do? No. Then you follow it up with Loki's theme, which is one of the most scatterbrained songs I've ever heard in my life, bro. The beginning starts out, Wayne is rapping in a pocket. He's in a pocket, he's flowing his ass off. He's saying some shit. He's actually rapping his ass off. But then the instrumental in the background is in a totally different pocket. So if you follow music, if you do music, if you're into it, if you got an ear for this shit, you will hear this instantly. You will hear this. Like, that shit was just so messy. It's like it's like Wayne was like recording over a different beat, right? And then like there's like, nah, we should make the beginning a different joint. Just like lead into it. But they didn't tell Wayne that they was doing that. So like Wayne is sounding on like a one different pocket, and then the background beat is on a different pocket, and it don't mesh. It sounds like Wayne just couldn't find a pocket. But like he is in a pocket, it just doesn't sound right. I'm like, no one caught this shit? No one hears this shit. Are y'all like that high, drunk, that y'all couldn't hear this shit? And then the beat comes in, or the switch up happens, and it's okay. Not gonna lie. It's actually not that bad. But then randomly, and when I say randomly, I'm like, it's literally random as shit. Because you vibing, you bopping, like, you get into a point where, all right, this song can end right now. Like, all right, this is a bop. The song could be over. And then right when you think that, switches up to a rock concert. Straight up rock song. Just out of the blue. No warning. Out of the blue. Rock song. Here you go. Now you're in a rock concert. And it's just like, yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell is this? Fast forward. I had to skip that shit because I'm like, all right, this just turned to a rock song. And I like rock music. It's just this wasn't working. I don't want it on the Carter. The hell is this? You can make it a Rebirth 3 or Rebirth 2 or 3. This can go on that. But not on the Carter? The hell no. What are we doing? And then follow that up with If I Played My Guitar, which is a Hey There Delilah knockoff piece of shit. Song sucks. It's Wayne just singing over a guitar. It's a ballad and shit. It's just what are we doing, dog? Like, it's that bad. It's that bad, bro. It's that bad. It's not good. And then you follow that up with arguably one of the worst songs. One of the worst rap songs ever. Like, ever. At least one of the worst beats ever. Which, fun fact, the Peanuts 2 and Elephant, weird title by the way, Lin-Manuel Miranda produced that. And if y'all heard the album, marinate on that. The Hamilton, the dude who made Hamilton and Encanto soundtrack. Let's not talk about Bruno, no. Yeah, that guy made Peanuts to an Elephant. He made that beat. Marinate on that. So that is an immediate skip. Because what in the Atari 2600 Pac-Man Pong shit, or what the fuck was that? I don't know what that was. Moving on. Then next up you had the was it Rory? The joint with his son, which I'm not gonna rag on it. It was a father-son moment. I ain't gonna rag on it. It's not the worst thing on earth. If you really want to know my opinion, not the worst thing on earth. It's actually not that bad of a song. It's just mid, but not gonna rag on it. And you follow that up with Maria, which samples Ave Maria, has Andre Bocelli just randomly doing opera in the background, which is horribly mixed, by the way. Can I just this song particularly, like the mixing, how poor it is, really shows on this song. It really shows how poor the mixing was on this album, because I could barely hear the rapping going on, because like all I hear is Andre Bocelli just singing his ass off, which is beautiful, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, I can't hear anything. I can barely hear anything. And then Wyclef is on this song, which, okay, which I hear he had like a hand in this album, but I'm like, why? Wyclef, you haven't been relevant since the Fugees, bro. Okay, take that back. You haven't been relevant since Hips Don't Lie. Wyclef hasn't been like relevant in like 20 years. So like, why are you getting his input on what's going on right now? Why are you talking to him? Okay, that's one thing. But the overall song as a whole is mixed so poorly that like it's just not good. It's mid at best. Mid at best. So then next up you got Being Myself, which is probably my favorite song on this album, if not hip hop. But like this joint right here, which I think is produced by Manny Fresh. This joint right here, Being Myself, highlight. Damn near saved the album. Almost. Not quite. But like, that was it. The hook is a little long in my opinion. That's like the only knock I got on this song, is like the hook is a little bit drawn out. A little bit too drawn out. But like Wayne spitting shit on there, like, you know, the beat is. I need that instrumental. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want that instrumental. Hook a brother up. Give me that instrumental. I could spit on that shit. Give me that one. That beat was. I love beats like that. Got a good soulful sample, and then like you got like some. It's a simple like pocket. It's just simple. It's smooth. You got like a flute in the background that's like going crazy. Like it's jazzy. I love that shit. Being Myself, probably the best song on this goddamn album. If he had just kept the first 8, like number 1 through like Cotton Candy, from King Carter to Cotton Candy, if he kept those 8 with this joint and the last song, like the final song on the album, if he had kept like those songs, which is that's 10 songs, if he kept those 10 and just dropped those 10, it would not get nowhere near as much hate as it's getting. Nowhere near as much slander as it's getting right now. No. Because it's not that, and you had all of these shitty ass songs between Cotton Candy and this one. Bruh. Who's gonna defend this shit? Bruh. Who is gonna defend this shit? So then, you follow that up, which I think this one also has one of his sons on here, but like, I gotta be honest, like this is bad too. I don't even know what it's called. That's how bad it is. A Moolah coming in, which the song's repetitive, the vocals are terrible, the bars are terrible, the beat is even worse. This whole song can just burn in hell. Let's just put it that way. This whole song can burn in hell. Okay. Not knocking for him for putting his son on there. Like I respect the fact that he put his sons on this album and gave them their chance to shine, and you know, so you know, that was cool. That's cool. It's just this joint particularly, nah, bro. And then you got Alone in the Studio with My Gun. Fire title. Shitty song. The MGK hook was, man, Kodak was. I'm not the biggest Kodak fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't listen to him like that at all, really. But like, I respect rap and just I'm a hip hop head. I'm a rap head. All right, so I'm not gonna knock nobody for these different styles or whatever like that. But Kodak just sounds inaudible at times. Like I don't know what he's saying. Like he's just saying shit. I don't know what he's saying. And Wayne don't say nothing on this joint either. So this is another one that's mid to shit. Okay? And then you follow it up with the last joint on the album, Written History. Which, good outro. And like I said, from King Carter to Cotton Candy, those 8, Being Myself, and Written History. Those 10, solid album. Mid to solid. We're not getting nowhere near as much hate as it's getting now. But because you have all these shitty ass songs on here, it's bloated. There's no substance, no cohesion, no theme, nothing. There's nothing that connects anything together. It's just a collection of songs that he literally recorded over the past 3 years since he announced this project. And that's what we got. Just randomly picked songs. You know. So overall, I'm giving this album 1.5 notes out of 5. 1.5. It sucks to see, because like Lil Wayne is a legend. And to see him put this shit out. And like, the problem is he's so in his bubble that he doesn't realize what the people want, what the people are looking for, what the culture's feeling, what, like, and he doesn't go through shit no more. Like, when you're in a bubble like that, and you're so out of touch with reality, you don't know what's going on. So when we are looking for like something to relate to, or something to escape from, We go to music for that, and you're supposed to be able to talk to our souls, or we can relate. You're supposed to make us feel something. Nobody feels anything from this album, except a waste of time. It's 19 songs, and at most 6 are keepable. At most 6. Like, your own fans are struggling to defend this album. I'm not the biggest Wayne fan, but I respect what he's done for the culture, for the game. Like I said, he gave us classic joints. Classic joints. He gave us Drake. He gave us Nicki Minaj. Young Money. Gave us all of that. But this right here, this is like a slap to the face. Big slap to the face. Because what are you supposed to do? It's a big slap to the face. So, overall, it's just a sad day, man. Because, like, you're watching one of the legends just go out bad. Down bad. Like, because, like, his health is not in the greatest shape either. Like, he's like in his 50s, right? And he's still drinking lean and shit. Like, rotting his brain and shit. It's just sad to see, because, like, health-wise, you're not doing good. You're making a lot of money, because, like, you know, like, you're just going to have a lot of money on hand, because, like, you have a catalog for days. But, like, health-wise, he ain't doing good. Not really. And then the music. Terrible. Lately. Yeah, he's had a couple of features that were like dope, but like, I mean, honestly, when was Lil Wayne's last like project that was a quality of work? Dead ass. What was the last Lil Wayne album that was like top to bottom quality? Good production, good lyrics, good subject matter. I'll wait. Let me know in the comments. This is another tangent here. Like, there was a leaked track list that had, like, you know, Nicki and Drake as a feature on here. And of course, that track list was bogus. But, like, honestly, like, it would have been kind of nice to see the trio back together. The Young Money trio. It would have been nice to see Drake, Nicki, and Wayne do shit together again. Just to call back to the good old days. Something. But, like, they're not even on here. They're not even on here. Which is kind of like, you know, it makes you go like, okay, that's a little weird. Like, none of the old Young Money dudes on here. Like, no Gunna Gunna, no Tyga, no Drake, no Nicki. Don't get me wrong, like, you know, like, fuck Drake right now for the lawsuit. Not gonna lie there. I don't give 2 fucks about Drake, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, at least for your fans, do it. Carter Project and nobody from Young Money is on here. I mean, you got the new people. Like I said, Jay Jones bodied his verse on the hip hop joint. And you got, I think, one of his sons is signed, if not both. But that's nepotism. Like, that's it. You got Jay Jones on here, and like, there's nobody else on here from Young Money, which is crazy. He's supposed to be starting this new Young Money wave thing. He's supposed to be starting this, and if that's the case, then yeah, it should make, if you're trying to bring Young Money back, if you're trying to like revive the brand or like refresh the brand, yeah, bring back, call Nicki, call Drake, because those were your 2 staples. Yeah, he had a whole roster and all that, but like Drake and Nicki was Young Money. Drake, Nicki, Wayne, and maybe a little bit of Tiger and Gunna Gunna. Maybe a little bit of Tiger and Gunna Gunna. But that was Young Money. All in all, it's just sad to see, man. Just sad to see. But what y'all think about the Carter 6? Let me know in the comments below. This is Diminished AUX. I'm plugging out. Yeah!